The following program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.
Welcome. Tonight I have Sonic CD, Brave, Sea of Thieves.
And I've brought Farming Simulator 17 and Cave Story Plus.
All right, so first off I brought Brave the game. This is a game that's an older game that was actually on Xbox 360, and so a little bit of the video here, and it's basically an adventure game where you run around and just pick up coins. You get different different levels, and there's things happening. It follows the movie, which unfortunately I haven't seen yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I never watched it.
Oh, it was a good movie.
Yeah, I'll have to see it. But the game pretty much goes through some of what's going on in the movie, and I'm picking up you pick up a lot of coins on the way. There's jumping stuff you can do. So it's a pretty good platformer, and it's in 3D, so you can go into the screen, out of the screen, side to side. It's pretty good. So here I'm just learning the basic controls, and some of the stuff that's kind of hard, as you can see here, I'm trying to figure out how to slide across the rope to get across. It doesn't really signal you when you can do it, and then you have to be in the perfect spot to do it. So there are some flaws to the game. I gave it 7 phalanges. It's a little bit above an average game. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot to do, a lot of coins to get, different things to do. You can do side quests and stuff like that show up along the way. It's pretty neat. I enjoyed playing it. I'm probably going to play it some more just because it's one of the fun Disney games. A lot of the Disney games I've been playing lately, like Split Second, I couldn't believe they should update that to a newer game, put it on the actual Xbox One HD and stuff. But yeah, this game's fun. I figured out how to slide across the world there.
I didn't even see the rope until you mentioned it.
Yeah, it's tricky to see. So there's there are some issues with the game, but it's good for adults and kids because it's basically based on the movie, which was rated G. So the game I put as well as for everyone as well. So I mean, you play together, you play as a family. It would probably be a lot of fun to figure things out together.
Yeah, work on puzzles, take turns here and there. It looks...
Yep, there's puzzles, and you can see double jump so I can get up there. So I'm trying to get everything in the game, so you're gonna see me probably head back in a second because I missed that platform. But I'll just pick up all these coins, then I'll run back there and I'll get the coins up there as well. There's treasure chests, a lot of discovering new areas and stuff, or hidden areas and stuff like that. You can see I just got a nice sword.
Nice. Yeah, it looks, so far, it looks pretty good. The graphics look okay, especially for an older game. It looks kind of fun. Almost reminds me of Ocarina of Time, almost, with, the jumping from platform to platform. But it looks good.
Yeah, it's a good adventure game. You'll see it gets pretty difficult here, so like I said, you could help your kids play through it, maybe younger kids. But you'll see there's these monsters appear here, and you got to fight these guys, and they just keep coming and coming. How many enemies are on the screen right now? There's 10 of them, and I'm just it gets confusing. It gets difficult.
I know, it looks pretty tough for the beginning of the game. So maybe, like you said, you could take over, do the tough parts, and then, have the kids go around and fix
explore.
Up yeah.
And we had a little preview of this video. You'll see where I can, get some power-ups. There's a tree system. So you'll see I you know, I power up my character here after I beat the boss character here.
Pretty good boss, like a ice, a frost
Yeah.
wizard, or elemental. What about the potions? That green potion, is that just...
Life, it'll
Oh.
fill your life a little bit, yeah.
Alright.
So I think I beat the first level here. Now I can get a, you know, I just randomly pick these on the trees to upgrade my character a little bit. So I'm assuming like, you know, I randomly pick one, it'll work pretty well.
Yeah.
And sword.
And, I saw earlier you had some blue potions rotating around you. Were those like a shield? Or...
Yeah.
Okay.
Shields, you can get different power-ups for different things. So pretty neat. And then this is like the system where you can go into the next level and you can start a whole nother level. So it unlocks doors as you go along, as you beat levels. It's pretty good. And then you brought Farming Simulator 17.
Yep, this game, a lot of people hear it, they think Farming Simulator, that seems boring. What am I going to do, grow crops? And, you know, I won't lie, a lot of it, you're you know, tending fields, some of it's kind of monotonous. You can hire helpers to, you know, till and plow and cultivate for you and seed, which is good. Right here, I'm watering some sheep that I picked up. The game, I think I gave it, what did I say? 7 phalanges, and I guess it's I only gave it 7, even though I've had a lot of fun playing it because it didn't change too much from the other games. They added, you know, some trains you could use for transport. They added pigs, which are okay. They're a little bit more difficult to feed than the sheep, but not quite as tough as the cows. The game, though, it's a lot of fun. As you can see, it looks pretty good. I think they did a fine job with the graphics. One thing they implemented, which you don't see too much in the video, is you can pick things up, like you can move a wheelbarrow or like a tool, but you don't really do anything aside from being able to pick them up. So I don't know why they did that.
Huh. So you get your tractor, you put different attachments on your tractor to various parts of the field to figure out what to do and all that.
Yeah, and you're just figuring out what the attachments do. The fields have, you know, there's different states. They can be plowed or unplowed. If they're plowed, you get a huge boost in your crops. There's like 3 levels of fertilizer, so you have to fertilize it. You know, it doesn't really matter how you can do it. You can use like liquid fertilizer, fertilizer you get from your animals, or like a weeder, but you just have to do it at 3 different steps throughout the crops to get the maximum yield. Yeah, this is one attachment here I set up to be able to mow grass and pick it up at the same time, so you can just dump it in your sheep. This tractor is equipped with a cultivator, so this field's been plowed. You're just going to go and cultivate it now, get it ready for seeding. But there's other, you know, there's forestry. You can cut down trees. You can create, you know, with the trees, you can either create fields. You can make your own fields. You know, you can extend fields, kind of plow out on the grass area so you can grow more. You can sell the trees for either lumber, or you can shred them and sell them for, they call it biomass heating, or biomass fuel, I guess. And they did release, they announced not too long ago, Farming Simulator 19, which they say is going to be, have more changes, you know, than this one. So maybe they'll, who knows what they'll add. Maybe they'll use something with those tools, maybe more animals.
Is it 18 out?
8, I think how it's been going is they usually do every other year,
Oh, all
and
right.
the even years have been for mobile platform. So Farming Simulator 18, I think, is on Android. Which,
Oh, okay.
One of our friends actually showed me. It looks pretty good. For, you know, I'm not terribly impressed with any or many mobile games, but this one looks okay. You know, you control the tractor with.
Your front tire's locked up.
Oh, did that?
Oh no, they're moving. Those are just plates.
Yeah. I'm using the keyboard and mouse to play this. It might be better with a wheel. Some people, I actually prefer the controller to drive, but I think it's easier to attach the equipment with the keyboard and mouse and control the equipment with the keyboard and mouse. But for just driving, I think I prefer the controller.
Who's driving that other tractor?
Oh, so that's a hired helper. Like I said,
Oh,
you can hire.
hired someone.
Yeah, you can hire a hand, so you don't have to do the tedious things. Yeah, because it would take you, you know, if you have one of the big fields, it could take you an hour or more to do this. So you can kind of, you know, you start off with only a certain number of tractors. I think 3 tractors, and you can, you know, try to work them all efficiently. So that's part of it too. It's trying to get down like a good routine. You have to feed your animals so often. You have to plant. And it's a matter of where you have the equipment that's going to make the most use out of it. Without having to spend travel time driving it back and forth. You have to refuel actually. So every so often you can run out of fuel. But it's I've enjoyed it. I have multiplayer is pretty easy to set up. You can turn any single player game. You just load it up as a multiplayer, and you can invite your friends. You can open it up to the public. Here right now, we're just going through some of the equipment you can purchase,
So people could just pop in and pop out of your game whenever they want?
Yeah, as long as you set it up as a multiplayer. Yep. It could. So it's kind of fun. Like I say, sounds like a boring concept, but a lot of
tons
people.
to do.
There is, yeah. A lot of people really like it. So kind of meditative too. You're sitting there, you get behind the wheel, and you're just trying to plow this field, or seed, or something. So it's
You
pretty
switch
good.
trucks quick.
Yeah, you switch with tab. I was kind of figuring what am I going to do next, and I think you brought another old Sonic CD.
Yeah, so oldie but goodie. One of my favorite Sonic games that was out there when it came out on CD. This was revolutionary at the time. Here's one of the water levels, which everybody knows the water levels are the worst.
Oh, I can hear the music.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, but this game was a great Sonic game. It just was underrated, I think. I even gave it an 8 phalanges right now for this game because, there's a lot of different things that, actually what I do like about it too, the levels aren't too big, so you can get through levels pretty quick. So you can just I just pick it up randomly, and I'll be like, oh, I want to beat like one level today, and it'll take me a few minutes. But it is difficult. It's good. It's one of the better Sonic games that was out at the time. Still holds up. You can see it. I mean, you can tell it's a Sonic game. And everybody likes Sonic Mania brought everything back to classic Sonic again. So it works now. And this came out on Xbox Gold, as Brave did too, actually. No, this actually came out on Game Pass. So it's for $9.99 a month you get Sonic. You get Sea of Thieves. You're gonna get State of Decay 2. I can't talk this Game Pass idea up enough,
Yeah.
$9.99 a month, and I got a $60 game. It makes no sense to me why you wouldn't have this. But you also get to play I think it's over 150 games now.
Wow.
So, but you can see this Sonic game. It does get difficult here where you have to keep getting air from the bubbles there because you're underwater. But you just play through. It's a fun game. It's interesting. And Dr. Robotnik's there. You're fighting him off, and same old classic Sonic.
Yeah.
The part that I did have trouble with was racing Shadow. Which is one of the harder challenges in this game. It's so difficult. It goes into little 3D parts too, where it's a 3D world and you got the third-person perspective behind Sonic and you're running around the level. It's pretty neat. This was the first Sonic game that did that too. It broke away from the 2D platforming completely. So, but it holds up.
Yeah, I actually missed this one when it came out.
What am I doing? I'm stuck.
Oh, I see.
I see what I have to do too, but I don't know. I was probably trying to find something that was hidden.
It gets, you're not thinking. You're running out of air. You hear,
Yeah.
Death is imminent.
Yeah, exactly. But I kept at it probably. All I have to do is stand on that brick and it moves. But I probably saw something that I wanted to get from this. But go up there again.
Was that the checkpoint up there?
Yeah, it's you could change it to future or past, so you want to hit those so the level becomes easier or sometimes harder, or you can't advance until you hit that. So I'm probably hitting it thinking that this didn't happen yet. There we go. And there's these little puzzles on there that are, not over challenging, but you might not see them right away. So I didn't see that right away, which I usually do.
That's all right.
I'm just gonna get some air and then I'm gonna run to the side there and see if I can get out of there. But you know, this level, if you've never played it before, you get stuck on pretty easily too, because it's, you know, one of those water levels where it just gets more difficult as it goes along.
Right, I never liked the water levels, but you know, I wish I played this when it came out. I might have to try to find it.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, it's like I said, it's one of the better ones that I like a lot. Trying to get that sunflower. I think there's a problem there.
Oh, there you go. More animated.
You can also like hit the up button and you can hold down A and you'll go faster. You'll roll up in a ball and just sprint through. But you know, the levels aren't overly huge, so this is probably almost done. But then Trials of the Blood Dragon we could move on to, because this would be, you know, this is just me jumping around a lot.
That's okay. So this you showed me a little while ago too. This looks different.
Yeah, it is. It's like, I mean, it's almost like playing a new version of Excite Bike, which I wish they'd come out with.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you have to balance the bike, and you can see I did pretty awful there because like you don't always know what's happening, and you know, now I have a grappling hook where I can grab onto things. But you also have to stay balanced and swing correctly, and you know, if you hit something, you'll fall, and there's lasers that'll hit you, and you know, there's so much going on. And then like there, you don't know what you're gonna do, so I figured it out, but then I fall and I fall through there. It's just, so it's trial on error. They call it Trials of the Blood Dragon because it's the same as Trials HD or the original Trials. They were just, you know, you go through these obstacle courses on motorbikes and you gotta balance yourself and figure out how to get through each and every level, and look at that, I just keep dying. It's very difficult. So it takes a long time to get through these things, but once you do, you're like, oh, that was, you know, why didn't I think of that? So now I gotta try and figure out how I can swing over there, and I think that's the last part of this part, but you just keep going and going and going, and I thought this level was over, and then you got more to do, and oh, no, not so much. Yeah, and you were saying there's a ton of like quotes and stuff like that, or, you know.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen it repeat.
For a while, yeah.
This reminds me, I think I mentioned it over an old PC game, Elastomania. It was like an indie game where you'd have you know, real pixely graphics. You were on a dirt bike. You tried not to bump your helmet, and you try to get to the end of the level and hit an alpha, and you'd have to use, you know, you could move forward, backwards, and adjust the pitch of the bike. And, you know, it's kind of like that. This was, you know, I like the backgrounds here. There's a lot going on.
Oh yeah, there's a ton going on in this game, and like, you know, it's hard for me to figure all the stuff out. Everything moves. I don't know why I got blazed there.
Well, you did.
But I did. Yeah, this is a lot. Like, you know, even to remember the course again in a little while is like just crazy.
Oh yeah, there's a lot. But even with the background, so it's still not too busy. You know, you can still make out your character and, you know, kind of what you're looking for, I guess.
Yeah. See what I can never figure. Oh yeah, there he goes.
Oh, you got. And that's the point you try to electrocute the Power Ranger looking thing.
Yeah, another one.
And they get hit too. Wow.
Power Rangers. Then I think I'm close to the end of the level. I'm not sure. I'm probably gonna mess up here. Close. But like, if they just called this Excite Bike, the next version, I'd be excited. It's very well done.
It does look good. Not bad at all.
Look at, I just messed that up. Yeah, then this part, I think this was the end, right? And you gotta like do these little loops back there. You don't even know those things are coming. There's no way you'd expect that. So you gotta figure out how to get past those things without getting hit by the lava balls.
Yeah. And this is the beginning of the game.
No, this might be close. This is close to the middle, probably.
Oh, okay.
I got addicted to this game and just played it like non-stop for a while. So I'm pretty far into it, I think. You end up having, you have different types of bikes too. You have pedal bikes at some point. You also do like regular like running levels on foot. So you have to do a little bit of, there's different things that happen. It's pretty cool.
So you're not always on a bike.
Yeah. You gotta do little spy missions and stuff. Oh, I think I got it.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Yeah, and then Sea of Thieves is next, which just came out on Tuesday. Um, Basically, it's right here. You're not going to see much of the game because I don't want to spoil it for anybody. But you basically go out, you hunt for treasure, you got to buy a map, and then your crew gets to vote if you want to go on that mission or not. So you got to. The first part of it is buy a map. Second part of it, get on your ship. And then you got to go into the captain's quarters with your map, stick it on the table, and then vote for your mission. So someone could come in and rip your map off the table and put their map down and then want you to vote for their mission. And 3 people vote for the mission. If 3 people vote for one mission, you go out on that mission. So then you take your map off the table. It's discovered. Everybody voted for it. Then you got to go down to into the quarters, and you got to go on the map table, and you got to compare the map that you have to the map of the world, and you got to find the islands that you have to go to get the treasure for that mission. So there's a lot to just that right there. There's a lot. Then you get your crew together. You got to lower the sails, raise the anchor. Someone's got to steer the ship. Other people got to tell you where you're going. I usually like someone standing on the front of the ship, so you can see rocks in the water and stuff. And then also you have someone else downstairs on the map table telling you, hey, you got to go more east, turn the ship left. But this game is for all ages. I was playing on there with a younger person, and it was fun because he kept on, you park the ship and he doesn't know any better, and he raises the anchor and my ship goes off sailing without anybody on it. And then you're like, oh man, what'd you do? But you can always get back on the ship because you can find a merman is out there. So if you see the little smoke from the merman, you just swim up to him and he'll return you to your ship automatically. So nothing's a big deal in this game. It's just complete fun. It's all about fun. Now, this part here is still a beta before the game actually came out. So in the real game, there's sharks. And if you go too far away from the island and you got to swim to the island, the sharks will nudge you and then they'll bite you and then they can kill you. So also you can have cannonball fights. So the other ship will shoot cannons at you, and then you can shoot cannons at them, and you can put a hole in their ship. You have to get a pail. You have to bail your ship out while someone else repairs the ship with wood. It's just crazy. There's a lot going on, a lot that can happen. I'm kind of just trying to show you the scale of the game. So I went out on the tip of the ship where I usually am anyway to tell people to, don't hit this rock here. Turn left, hard left. But if you see an island, you can go to it. That's how, it's just an amazing game. The scale of it's pretty big. I mean, there's a Kraken out there now in the real game. There's also if you follow the skull clouds, they'll lead you to huge amounts of loot. But I haven't done that yet because, I've been playing. I've been trying to build up my character. So there's 3 different types of missions you can go on as well. Like one of them's like gold hoarders, and there's other missions you can go on which I haven't touched upon yet. I've just been going for treasures. So, and then you brought in Cave Story.
Yeah, Cave Story. This game came out back in 2004, so it's a little old, but I've had it for a little while. I played not too much. This is probably one of the second part here. It's a lot of fun though. It's like a good classic game. I still can't stop thinking about Sea of Thieves. You've been talking about that all week. I kind of want to get it.
I know.
But
I've played Cave Story on the 3DS, and it's an amazing game. It's just like good classic graphics and just like all the missions you have, and it's mission based. So like you have to do specific things, and you don't have to, but you can do them in any order you want, I believe, right? Or you have to get through the level.
Well, yeah, you can pretty much go wherever it's opened. I mean, I'm so far in the beginning where I think there's kind of like a set order, but I think after a while, you're right, you can kind of head off to any zone you want and take it any order you'd like. I liked the mechanic in the game where you pick up like those triangles for the experience, and it increases your gun.
Yeah.
And then so now you can shoot like four or more bullets. And then if say you get hit or if you die, you go back. You have to you lose that. You got to start over, and your gun might not be powerful enough. You got to switch to another weapon or something along those lines. But so far, I'm gonna go back and probably continue this. See if I can finish it. It's been I just jumped right into it. It started off with a really good play. So there is a little bit of story in there. The characters, they're all all a little different, all kind of like cute little rabbit-looking things. But so far, pretty good. It looks like there might be some secrets hidden, that you can't quite get to without different abilities. Like I said, I'm still very new at this, so I might be totally wrong about that anyway. Yeah, definitely a good game.
Yeah, and they tell you what to do. You gave that 9 phalanges.
I did, yeah, just because of how quick I was hooked on it. Just jumping into it, I knew like, okay, I'm coming back to this.
Yeah, I want to get back to it too, but I haven't turned my 3DS on in a while. I got to get back into that.
Oh yeah.
But I gave Sea of Thieves 10 phalanges because like it's just so much fun, and it's the first game that Rare's made in so long.
Yeah, they've been out of it. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, they stopped making games. They went into when Xbox 360 came out. They made the avatars, and so you could make your avatar for your gamer tag, and that was it. That was what they did. But yeah, so Sea of Thieves is definitely hitting my eyes. As some people who are saying, it's an unfinished game, but it's got the most amazing water effects. There's so much to do. I'm gonna try and see the Kraken someday. I'm gonna level up a lot first though. So on the next show, I might have a game called A Way Out that comes out tomorrow. So I might try that. See what else comes out. I'm not even sure right now. Street Fighter, the 30-year anniversary is almost here. It's going to have, I think it has I want to say 20 games on it, or 17, or something to that effect, from all the way back to Street Fighter 2, all the way to like all the alphas are on there, which are some of my favorite Street Fighter games. But I don't know. And you'll have something next episode, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, I'll bring. I have a few ideas, so we'll see next week, I guess.
All right, catchphrase.
Awesome.
The preceding program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.